Friends, fellow Singaporeans, thank you for coming today. Before we start, can we all give an applause to Zhi Xiong, who is our sign language interpreter today. It's a privilege to be here today at the Fullerton rally, and this moment reminds me of my father. He was a Barisan Socialist MP, 1963, Bukit Panjang. And some people say that makes me an unlikely PAP candidate. He passed away 2009, but if he was still alive and we have a conversation, I think he's going to ask me, how is it like with the PAP? And I think our conversation may go like this. I will tell him, I want a government for myself and our children that has track record, that has delivered, that is experienced, and that is capable. A government that can anticipate long-term problems and tackle it in good time. The policies might not be popular, but they are always based on principles, sound principles, and always in the interest of Singapore. And I believe my father will understand that, because in his times, principles are what divide Barisan Socialists and the PAP. In his times, the two parties disagreed on big things. Merger with Malaysia, socialism, our culture, Singapore's place in the world. Today, we face a different political divide. What is this divide? One argument that has emerged during this campaign period is that the opposition argues that there should be 20, 30 opposition MPs in Parliament, because that way the incumbent PAP will work harder for you. That's one logic, but there's also an alternate logic, which is if we lose so many seats, any ruling party, no matter how dominant you are, will be undermined and will be weakened. Worse, it can be compelled to become populist. So instead of talking about SG100 vision, we may end up spending a lot of effort in politicking. It reminds me of sometimes we see in our offices, the boss. You may have been a hardworking worker, delivered all the projects, but the boss say, I bypass you for the promotion. I give it to the other guy who worked less hard. Why? So to motivate you to work harder. It cannot be. I feel that our politics should not work this way. Singapore's politics must be about the ability to balance continuity as well as change. It does take courage to say that the current system is not working. Let's tear it down, build another one. Let's go for a revolution. But I think in today's Singapore, it takes even greater courage to say the system is still working. It needs to evolve, and so work with it and bring it through a process, to undergo a process of evolution, not revolution. Today, the PAP system, it is still working. It is still relevant. Even after Mr. Lee Kuan Yew stepped down 25 years ago and passed away earlier this year. The PAP system, it is one that is painstakingly built up over the decades through knowledge, through skills, through experience in running the country. Embedded in the system is ethos, is wisdom. And it is also evolving. Over the years, the PAP is listening more and more to people and adopting the views. More and more inclusive social policies has been implemented to counter the global trend of income disparity. After 2011 and after we lost in our unit, upgrading continued in our unit. The PAP system is why we have a stable system in Singapore and why I'm proud of being a Singaporean. And my father knows that I will stand as a PAP candidate because it is the only system that works for Singapore. It is the only system where I can explain to his grandchildren that it is hard work, it is trying your best, making mistakes but learning from it that gives us meaning in life, not standing at the sideline pushing you to work harder. And we must have faith in the PAP system. Thank you very much.